Hello. Today I want to talk about my bedroom and some things I've been doing to it recently because I've been working pretty hard and I want to talk about it. I feel like I've never really loved my bedroom and I've never really felt at home here, but at the same time, when I was younger, I was like, I'm not really going to be staying here forever. And so I never saw the point in investing in it or making it feel like my own. But, now I've graduated college and I'm back at home, and I think I'm going to be here for at least another year, if not more. And so I just want to take some steps to make it a little bit warmer and more my vibe. The first thing that I did and the main thing that I did was paint all of my walls in this room. It was like a gray color that I was never really into, and I ended up painting it white dove. It's very bright in here. Like very, very bright. Like, and the walls are all empty, so it feels kind of like an asylum. But I have to admit, I love it. Like, it just really makes the space feel so much lighter and brighter. I think the first thing that I really want to focus on is what's right behind me, which is like this front wall of my bedroom. It's just like this long ass wall. And I do have an entertainment center over there, and it used to have a TV on it, but the TV broke, so it's no longer there. And so it's just like a lot of empty space right here. And I feel like, at least for me, it's the first thing that I look at when I walk in the room. Like, my eye immediately goes to this entertainment center right here and the fact that there's nothing there. And I just really do not like it. The first thing I did is I went ahead and started mocking things up in Canva just to sort of get my head on straight and see what could possibly work back there. And I think the first thing that I noticed is that without that big old TV there, there's nothing really there to sort of anchor the space. And so it just feels like this big ass black hole in the wall, despite it being white. And so the one thing that I want to do to sort of remedy that is to get a big piece of artwork to put on that entertainment center somewhere. Now, I feel like art is so expensive and I don't want to spend like a ton of money, so I'm trying to use what I already have. Last year, Charlie XCX and Troye Sivan did this like special edition shoot, like photo shoot for ID magazine. And instead of releasing it as, like a traditional magazine, they released a set of like 20 posters. And it was like a limited run. They only did 500, but my sister got me them for Christmas. So I've just had these like giant posters sitting around my room forever. So I thought, why not use it for this purpose, for this artwork? The problem is that a lot of them are like very pink. For example, like this one, this is like the color scheme of this shoe is this like bubbly pink color, which is not really what I'm going for in this room, but there is one that kind of works. Hold on, let me back up. Okay. Can you see this? There's this one of Troye Sivan, and it's more like navy blue color scheme, a little darker, a little bit more neutral, and it's like sexy and gay, which is, those are both elements I'm trying to incorporate into the space. The picture itself is like, I think 24 by 18 or something, but with the frame it'll be like 2 feet by 3 feet, which I feel like is pretty substantial. But I feel like that by itself is just not enough. And I think another element that I really needed over there is a lamp. I owned exactly one lamp before Sunday. It is tiny, and it's kind of shitty, to be honest. Like, ugh. And so I just knew that I needed another source of light. I feel like I see the IKEA Fado lamp like all over Pinterest. It's like $30. I was like, that'll be easy. I'll plop it there. Spoiler alert, I already went and bought it. And I like it so far. And so that was like the second element that I wanted to add into sort of that one section of the entertainment center. And then another thing that I noticed on Pinterest is that when people are like decorating their credenza, I feel like, in the various sections where they're placing things, there's always like a small, medium, and large object, and it kind of just creates a nice layering effect. And so I knew that I kind of needed one more thing in that section. So my plan is just to like put a couple books up, maybe put a candle on top of it. So there's like the small book section, the medium lamp, and then the big picture. And then I think that'll make it look a little bit more cohesive. And obviously it's kind of not done over there, but I do think it's a good start. So I'm excited about that. To be honest, I bought the frame for the poster, but I haven't put everything together yet. So hopefully I will get that up soon, and I'm hoping it will all come together and just look pretty good. The frame that I just bought like a cheap frame on Amazon. It's like a white oak color with a very white matte. And I just feel like this space already has enough white. Like, we do not need more white in this space. We need to incorporate some warmth and some texture. And so my plan with that frame is to stain it like a dark walnut color, and then to replace the matte inside with like a warmer, more off-white matte. And I'm just hoping that will, bring some more warmth to the space than what I have already. But for now, that'll work. That'll be a DIY project for sometime in the next few weeks. And then this weekend, I also went thrift shopping, and I did pick up a few things that I wanted to show you. So the first thing that I bought was this like stainless steel silver frame. I do spend a lot of time on Pinterest, and one thing that I always see is people doing really cool mats inside of the frame. So they'll use like really funky colors, or they'll do like a monochromatic effect to match the frame, or they'll like put the picture in like an off-centered place within the picture. I really like a silver frame with like a bright blue mat, similar to the color of this notebook. So I think I'm gonna order one off Etsy. And then I have this business card. It says it's from Les Servants. This was a restaurant I went to when I was in Paris a few years ago. So I think I'm gonna like put that in the frame, maybe do it a little bit off-centered, and then throw that somewhere in here. The second thing that I bought was this almost like zine, I guess you could call it. It's a little book. It's called Man in Space, and it's just like a short little book about space, I guess. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't like read any of the content inside, so I'm kind of bullshitting, but it was published in 1967, and I just like the color scheme, and there's like actually really cute images inside, so that'll just be nice to have around the room to flip through when I'm bored or just to look at. I got this ringer tee, and it's like from AAA. It says "Bring 'em back alive to Kalamazoo," and then there's this like cool little mid-century office building on the back, and so I'm really excited about that. I've been looking for like a vintage ringer tee for a long time, and it fits real nice, so there's that. And then sort of the last thing that I did today, so I have this little lamp that I've mentioned several times that kind of sucks, and for the longest time I had this big ass light bulb in it, and it came out from under the shade. Like, you could see it under the shade. It was so ugly. It was like 60 watts, and the lamp needed a 40 watt bulb, so it would always flicker, and it was like bright as hell. So I just went to Target and I bought these little light bulbs and switched them out, and I'm not gonna lie, the light bulb still does kind of peek out under there, but it doesn't look bad, and it's just like a much softer, warmer color, and it doesn't flicker or buzz or sound like it's gonna blow up. So I think it's been a nice improvement. Other than that, there are some things that I want to continue to work on. One other little project that I have is that I have this little painting that's currently leaning up against my wall, my one piece of artwork, and it's in this sort of hideous frame. And so I kind of want to do another one of those. I think I'm just going to buy like a cheap frame from the thrift store, and I want to spray paint it like a nice cream color, and then get a matching mat for the inside and put the photo in there, because that's sort of like what the undertones of the photo are. The next thing that I'm sort of wanting to work on or thinking about is right next to my closet on the same big wall back there. There's just like a little section of wall there, and I kind of want to make it into like a dressing slash wardrobe area. So I just want to like put a big mirror, like a full length mirror on that wall so I can actually look at myself. And then I have a little chair over there that I use sort of as a drop zone. So that'll probably stay there and hold like my outfits for the next day. And then there's also like, as you can see, a little wall adjacent to it. And my plan is just to fill that with like framed artwork. And so that's sort of what I'm thinking about next once I get my little entertainment center up to par. But yeah, that's pretty much it.